I have this other scar. Yeah, I have this other scar. It's on the top of my head. Like, my brother and I, we were jumping on a bed when we were like, I was like 3 or 4, and we were, you know, like, you guys jump up and down on a bed like a trampoline. And when we were jumping up and down, he pushed me off the bed, and there was a drawer that was open, and I hit my head on the corner of the drawer, and I got brain damage. No, okay. I did. I don't think I had any brain damage, probably, but I had this huge scar on the top of my head, and sometimes, when I breathe, it feels like there's air going through it, like, yeah. It feels like there's air going through it at the top. It's really weird. But they had to staple my head shut. But I'm okay now, right? I turned out good. This is apparently like when scars heal, like the nerves, when they come back like really weird. That's probably why it feels like I can breathe through the hole. I don't think there's actually a hole, like air. Just for some reason the nerves are like crossed. Or I don't know. I have a blowhole, I don't know. Oh, okay, this sounds gross, but like as a kid, I used to dip pizza into like Coca-Cola, and it actually tasted really good. Sounds so gross. It's good! As a kid, it was good. No, it's not soggy, it's like, because you dip it, and as soon as you dip it, you eat it right away. I really like pizza with ranch, though. That's super tasty, but not very healthy. Well, as a kid, I also used to like drink soda through my nose, and it's so painful. Well, it was like, I remember one time when I was going camping with older brother Watson, and like it was like a Boy Scouts thing or something, and we were everybody was like, they're like, look, try drinking the soda through your nose. And yeah, it burns. Don't do it. What's wrong with you? That's just, you know, things that you do. My brother, when we were really young, he tried melting like a Power Ranger leg to the Power Ranger because it fell off and caught the whole house on fire. Well, not the whole house, but kind of like one side of the house on fire. And I was really young, so I hid in the closet. And it's like the worst thing a kid can do, because then you get like suffocated by the smoke and stuff.
Oh dear God.
The fireman came in and saved me. Now I'm here.
Was it like a near-death experience? Did you almost die?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I didn't like get burned or anything, but if I had stayed longer, it would have been pretty bad.
Do you remember specifics? Like, were you what?
Well, I remember I have like, well, I was really young. I must have been like 2 or 3 or maybe 4, around there.
No.
But yeah, I remember like that house, because I don't know, I moved around a lot of houses, so like, I remember like what the house looks like and like doors on the house, and kind of like I remember a closet, but I think most of my memories probably just comes from like my mom telling me the story instead.
Oh.
And then my brain like being like connecting some stuff together that I remember from that house. Not really of like the fire, I guess.
My God, that's scary. Like, how did your brother tell the firefighter about you, or were you like screaming, crying?
Yeah, I think my grandma was home, and so they like told the firefighter like, oh, she's still in the house somewhere.
Oh my God, that could have ended.
But it wasn't that bad. Like
badly.
I think only 1 bedroom was like affected, or like 2 bedrooms.
Ooh, that's scary. Man, you have stories like that, and I'm trying to think of stories that I remember from my mom telling me, and I have one that I was in I got kicked out of a bakery because they left the baguettes out, and I was just the right height to be like, oh, bread, ow.
You got kicked out?
I got kicked out because I ate bread that I didn't pay for. Oh, all 3 years of me, excuse me.
Gura, why didn't you have a job? You should have been paying for the bread. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep your toddler behind and make him sweep the floor for that bite of bread they took.
I've told this on, it was kind of similar, not really, but
Really?
I told this on stream before, but yeah, I was in an ice cream shop with my mom. I was really young too. I was like, I don't know, again, I must have been around the same age. Yeah. I was in an ice cream shop, and like the floor was wet because they had been mopping. And I slipped and fell after I got my ice cream cone, and I was like licking the ice cream, and I bit down on my tongue really hard. And so I have like well, it's not very visible now, but like I have a light scar there now. And yeah, my mom said that the doctor said that my tongue was hanging off from like 2 threads or something, like 2 or 3 threads.
Ew, will you show me one day?
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. But Like my mom got really mad at the guy at the ice cream store because he was too scared to call 911 after I fell because there was a lot of blood, and he was like, "No, I'm gonna get a suit or something," because he didn't have a.
And he should have.
But she had to like grab him from over the counter because he wouldn't call 911.
She went super mom mode.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Like, moms, they just like, if their child's in danger, they just get a ton of adrenaline and they're just like, "Wah!"
Yeah. Yeah. They turn into like, I don't know, something happens, they like black out.
Oh, I used to eat, when I was a kid, I used to eat, frozen waffles. Like the chocolate chip waffles. I would just eat them frozen without toasting them. I guess because I was like, pretty young, so I didn't know how to use the toaster. And I would just go and get them, and I just eat them frozen. Maybe I was too short. But when I had octopus, I like the texture. But it's not surprising because when I was a kid, I like to eat sand. Yeah, I like to eat sand when I was a kid. I don't know, the texture. I really liked it. I didn't eat it by the handful or anything. I'd just be playing in the sandbox and get sand in my mouth and be like, "Oh." Oh, I have a story about Disney World. I visited Disney World, and I was there. I was waiting in line for one of the rides there. It's a water ride called Splash Mountain, and my brother and I were waiting in line, and my brother was like swinging on the ropes and like doing all these cool tricks. You know how like there's ropes separating the lines? And he was like swinging on them, and I was like, I want to do that too. And so I started swinging on them, and I tried to like do a flip, and then I face planted into the concrete, and then I had a big scar. I had a big open wound on my face from face planting, and I had to go to the hospital. And in Disney, if you guys don't know, because they try to like their slogan is like the happiest place on earth, so they don't want to bring in like a ambulance. So instead of an ambulance, they brought like a limousine that had like medical people in it because they don't want to panic people with an ambulance. And so we all got to go in the Disney limousine, and they took us to like a children's hospital, and everything was like Disney themed. And I remember there was like this giant aquarium that they had in the hospital, and I thought it was really cool. And then yeah, I had a scar from I have a scar from when I think like my teeth went through underneath my lip at the time, and I like bit through it, and I face planted into the concrete. There's a lot of blood. So yeah, that's another time I hurt myself. I have a lot of stories like that. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys. Because I told you guys some stories today during Detective Diaries, and so there was like that thing on Twitter where somebody made a diagram of me, and I had sent that to Auntie Watson, and she said she like just replied, and she said because it had like a bunch of injuries that had happened to me before, and you guys like made a little diagram showing all of them, and she said that I was missing a few. And to tell you guys about the one where I smashed my face into the concrete at Disney. I told her, that's the one I told them today. And then she said, oh, there's that one where around Christmas time that you were swinging in between two chairs and you fell and you broke your arm, and you didn't even know your arm was broken until we visited like some family for Christmas, and they were like, what's wrong with Amelia's arm? Because apparently I didn't even make any noise or anything. I didn't say anything that my arm was broken, so they took me to the emergency room, and my arm, it actually was broken. Nobody noticed. I didn't notice. I didn't know. I was like 4 or 3 or something. I think 4 probably. And yeah, I just thought it was funny because she just replied. She's like giving me all these other stories. One time I was laying in bed. It was after I got home from school, and I didn't clean my room, right? So I had a juice box. Sitting on top of my dresser, and I saw it. I was like watching it. I was just like staring in that general direction, right? And then all of a sudden I saw it like tip over, like somebody tipped it over, and then it like righted itself, you know, it like went back. It was scary. It moved. I think it was just the air inside.
I remember I had a it was actually a surprise birthday party. And I don't remember what Shrek movie it was, but I remember we all watched Shrek movie.
Oh, that
Yes.
sounds like a fun time.
It was a time. A very dark, deep memory inside my head.
I've unlocked a new memory.
You have, thank you for that reminder. What kind of birthday
Guess you
parties
just really like DreamWorks.
have you had? I guess so.
Oh, I just had like really loose themed birthday parties.
Oh.
Like I remember having a summer themed birthday party where it's like one of those flower necklaces and like the grass skirts and stuff like that.
Oh, like a hula. Like a luau.
Other than that, I don't really remember like any other themed birthday parties.
Did you ever have like slumber parties?
Probably. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I remember one time I talked about this on stream where I was sleeping over at a friend's house and I really had to go to the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
And I had a dream that I went to their bathroom down the hall, but actually I was sleeping the whole time. And then I accidentally, I was,
Watson
I
with
was
the
like
bed.
Yeah, except I was sleeping on the floor, so it was on the carpet.
Could you blame like a pet? The dog did it!
No, I didn't tell anybody. I just left it there. I covered it with a blanket and just I was so embarrassed.
Well, actually, that's pretty smart because they definitely found it. They definitely smelt it, but then they had to guess which kid it was.
Yeah, wasn't me.
Who peed on the floor?
Definitely not on me. Rice Krispies is the best. But I kind of have a bad memory associated with them because I remember one time, I think I told you guys this. I was like in elementary school and I ate like a big bowl of Rice Krispies. And then we had a fire drill and I threw it up all over the sidewalk and all over the person in front of me, all over their shoes, and it was somebody I had a crush on at the time. And I threw up all over their shoes and it left a big stain on the sidewalk. Left a giant stain that I was there for like a week or two. Rice Krispies are so good though, it was totally worth it. I would do it again. My brother, when I was younger, we were on a soccer team and I had like my baby teeth. And he threw a soccer ball. He told me to catch it, and he threw it at my face, and I lost 3 teeth.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Good thing they were baby teeth.
Yeah, they were baby teeth. It was really bloody though.
Oh, I can imagine. Ah.
That's how siblings are, you know.
Yeah, it gets a little bloody, but when you look back on it, you're just like, man.
What fictional character did you have a crush on? I don't know if this counts, but the first thing that came to mind is that when I was younger, I used to read. This is embarrassing. Maybe I shouldn't say this. Wait, this is say it. I used to read fanfiction of 2 characters in TF2. Yeah. But like romantic ones, you guys. It was romantic. It was Sniper and Spy. Okay, next question. Thank you. Actually, I cut the top of my thumb off because I saw my mom like peeling an orange. And have you guys ever seen people like peel vegetables or fruit where like they like guide the knife with their thumb? You know what I mean? Like they like use their thumb, but then it also like hits their thumb. So I was trying to cut an orange like that, and I was like, I can do that too. And yeah, I can remember the pain. Yeah, I cut like a nice slice off the top of my thumb. I have a lot of stories where I got hurt when I was younger. I still eat the orange? No. I don't want to tell you all my stories just yet. You gotta earn them. That's all you get for today.
Let's go!